Help! My dance teacher told me to add applique to my costume, or my applique is falling off. How do I fix it? Well, in this case, the applique is falling off. So first, we want to make sure we can see what's going on the other side, which is also falling off. It's just not as obvious. So we look and we see what's going on the other side. Now we want to make sure this side matches. Thankfully, it was partially on already, so it means we don't have quite as much prep work to do. But first thing you want to do is pin your applique kind of in place how you want it to go. Otherwise, as you pick it up to sew it, it will flop all around and you'll be stuck. Now, because dance costumes are stretchy and you need them to stretch, you don't want to sew them on using a running stitch or anything, and you don't really want to tack two stitches together. Okay, so you can see on this one there's a spot there, there's a spot there. Now, keeping in mind that these were done by machine at the factory, you can see that this one is kind of a long section that they've attached, and then down here at the center is still attached. So what we're going to do is realize that one of my children has stolen my sewing scissors. Okay, hold on. Brief pause. Okay, sewing the scissors back. I'm going to get some thread to match the applique, obviously. Thankfully this time it's black, which is helpful, and a needle. Dance survival necessity. Okay, so if I were smart, clearly I'm not, and pause the video when my bifocal self attempts to thread the needle. But I didn't. So now you need to watch me fight with the needle, and you can see that even seamstresses fight the same battle. Like, why did the hole need to be so small? Okay, we're through. Then for a applique tacking, you're going to, if you ever did cross stitch with your grandma, she probably said, only take one piece and leave the other one, then you get more length. Nope. For applique tacking, you want to take your thread from your needle all the way down to the end so you have both pieces, and tie a knot if you don't feel comfortable. I'm going to show you both ways, but I'll start with the knot way. So you tie a knot. We're going to go up here and we're going to attach this piece first. Now, again, see what the stretch is on your sleeve. It's pretty stretchy. So I'm going to find where it connects with the seam. So right here, this piece connects with the seam. It's always a good, you cannot see because it's black on black, sorry. Okay, so it kind of lines up with the shoulder seam right here, like just at this very corner. So I'm just going to go up through, so I'm going through the seams where there's a little bit more fabric because mesh is fun. Go up once, go down once. Like I said, I did a knot on this one, so we'll pull it all the way tight. But you saw that I left the tail knot, so we're just going to do 2 times, just in case, for whatever reason, because this isn't my child's costume, I have to take it off. They have to take it off again. Then you're going to tie another knot here on the inside of the sleeve so that it stays in place. Now you'll see that my knot didn't end up right next to the fabric, and that is kind of on purpose, again, because of stretching. So I'm going to cut beyond the knot. Hopefully the gal who gets this doesn't. It also gives it like it's attached, but there's a little bit of leeway and movement over there. Okay, now back to the big one that's unattached. We know that this is connected both at the same spot, and they move and shift. And we don't want to mess with the moving and shifting. We're going to take where they designed it. In an ideal world, before you pinned it, you would put it on your dancer, pin it on your dancer so you knew exactly where it needed to fit. This is not an ideal world because this is not my child's costume. So we're just going to tack it. So this time, I'm not going to tie a knot at the end. This is why. This is the easier way to tack. We're going to go through the design and leave a tail on the inside, and make sure you go over the design. Leaving a tail. Now we're going to go up in a slightly different spot, but nearby, just because sometimes applique shifts, or the little pieces of the lace break apart. You don't want to be, then you just get stuck. Okay. Do that again. So I just went through 2 times, then simple. Take the 2 pieces of thread on the inside, because you left that tail, and tie a knot. This is an easier knot to tie. It is also a little more secure than the other knot tying. But some people struggle with remembering to leave the tail, and then they just pull it through and get frustrated. Okay, so now we should be able to take this out. More connected. A little bit of stretch. And to match where that one's coming out, we're going to go there. And leave a tail. A few ones. Oops, see, almost did it myself. Pull through. Second time. Tacky tack. And tie a knot. Last spot. Again, right up here where it crosses the sleeve. Go right there. Then you hold up your costume, make sure that things aren't flopping weird. I just don't like how this flops, which means all the girls in this dance are probably going to need to do this. So because that one it flops funny, hold it up. Find out where exactly we can tack these together. I'm thinking right. We're right here. So it doesn't flop as much. Let's right here at the top. Well, we're already kind of connected there. Okay. Where aren't we connected? Down lower. Okay, so we're going to go right in this one. There's gems here. Okay, there's too many gems. There's just going to do one time. Just because this one's just to keep it from flopping when they dance, especially since anytime a costume has fringe, you know these girls are moving. And this costume has applique and fringe. Okay, so now it doesn't flap. I think we're good. Fringe. So very pretty costume. Applique is all back attached. And go back to the girl. Hope this helps you.